It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport. Veraburn, medical supply partner of varsity athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues des championnats U Sport. Et par McMaster, l'étoile montante du volleyball, le V200W, ballon officiel de U Sport. And by McMaster, maker of volleyball's hottest star, the V200W, official volleyball of U Sports.
Last night, the Acadia X-Women executed the first upset of the tournament, knocking off the number 3 seed Brock Badgers. Tonight, staring them down is the defending champion UBC Thunderbirds, the number 2 seed, and they knocked out the hometown McMaster Marauders last night. Acadia UBC next on CBC Sports. U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship is presented by Mikasa, Steve Clark, Lauren Bredner back courtside. Winner of this will face the Alberta Pandas as they knocked off the Manitoba Bisons in an absolute classic. The question is, have the Acadia Axemen kind of emptied their tank in that win last night? Do they have enough left tonight?
I think so. This Acadia team is hungry. A lot of firsts for this program. Searching for that first semifinal victory in U Sports history.
Can see the teams going through their final paces here, and then we'll be ready to go for this one. Acadia will be in the red, UBC will be in the blue. UBC, the prohibitive favorite from everybody here, but...
We're out. You can't hear...
Okay, no, I can't hear anything.
Steve can't hear anything on the...
Marquise here, president of Canuck Stuff, and we've been standing behind our Overkill clothing and supporting athletes for over 30 years. We're pumped to be part of this year's U Sports National Championships.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Mark Hughes here, president of Canuck Stuff, and this is a short video. Overkill short. Get yours today at overkill.ca.
Semifinal number 2 will feature the upset specialists from Acadia, who knocked off number 3 Brock last night. They will face the number 2 UBC Thunderbirds, the defending champions, who eliminated the hometown McMaster Marauders in 4 sets last night. Acadia beat Brock in 5 thrilling sets. We just had our second straight upset as Alberta booked their spot in the final as the number 4 seed, upsetting the number 1 seed in 5 sets in an absolute classic of a match. And I'll ask this question again. The Acadia Axe women, are they going to become the upset specialists, or did they empty the tank last night?
Yeah, definitely a great question. I'm excited to see that. Acadia is hungry. They're going to look to rely a lot on their block this game. It's super strong. The middles have a great ability to transition fast off the net and be available for their setter, Charlie Dean. She likes to run a fast offense to her middles.
Acadia in the red, UBC in the blue. UBC were taken to the limit last night by McMaster. It was 1-1, and McMaster had a 14-9 lead in set number 3, but then the T-Birds took over. That shows their resilience and kind of like their swagger as an elite program.
Definitely a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence, and a lot of belief in this team that they have what it takes to be national champions.
Kosarini joined by Graywall, Robert Shaw, Doyon, Joe Borowski, Vermette in the starting lineup. And how about an ace to get us going in semifinal number 2? Lake, Columbin, Fisher, Dean, LeMay Evans, and Bailey starting for Acadia. Kosarini looks to repeat history, clips the net. And big block set up by UBC with Doyon and Robert Shaw. Robert Shaw, the set, left side. Great job there by Graywall to go to the roll and make it 2-0.
So smart by Graywall. That set was just a little off the net for her. She was not expecting that. She takes a little bit off of her swing and finds the pot to score.
So here's Kosarini. Serve to the backcourt, set up in the middle for Bailey, and that one is out of bounds. 3-0 T-Birds.
There's that fast middle offense we were talking about earlier. Charlie Dean finding Bailey in the middle there. Clean contact, just missing long on that sideline for her.
So Kosarini, kinesiology student out of Calgary. Set up and a block by Doyon on the Jenna Lake attempt, and UBC putting an early stamp on this game.
Doyon so big at the net, so strong, pressing over the net to give no room for Acadia there.
Kosarini serving beautifully. Columbin the return. Set up again for Lake, rolls it. Nice reaction by Borowski, and over it goes with Kosarini. Short set, Bailey defended. Free ball, and now UBC with their opportunity. And over it goes from Vermette. Short set again to Wesley Ann Bailey, who gets enough of it to get Acadia on the board.
Great option for Acadia there to run. Bailey just a little bit pushed away from the setter. The middle does not make the adjustment on the UBC side. She had a wide open court to score on.
So Jenna Lake will be the first server of the evening for Acadia. Robert Shaw set, gray wall, cross court, great diving play by Becky Dorsey. Pushed over by Borowski. Set up again, this time unable to connect. It was Eve Columban. UBC had the defense set up well, and it was led by Robert Shaw.
Yeah, despite giving the free ball over to Acadia, they're not able to execute with the big UBC block waiting for them on the other side with Robert Shaw and Doyon.
So Robert Shaw serving. Back set, and through the block they go to Alexia LeMay Evans.
Alexia LeMay Evans jumps up so high, able to swing high, hard off hands of Doyon and Graywall to get that point for her team.
Wesley Ann Bailey with the serve. They set it up in the middle, and Borowski just hammered that one.
We saw that play a lot in the UBC quarterfinal game. Borowski coming in from that right side and attacking from the middle. Acadia was not ready for that play, and I think they'll need to adjust, as we'll see it many more times tonight, I'm sure.
Akash Graywall on the serve. Big serve by Graywall. Becky Dorsey did well. Huge block set up by Borowski. Pushed over by LeMay Evans. Down the pipe it is. Graywall long. And out of bounds, 6-3.
What a good run by Graywall. Just not able to execute on that pipe ball. She had a lot of space to work with and just close to grazing that back line.
Alexia LeMay Evans to serve. The Axe women trail 6-3. That one is in for an ace. 6-4.
Great response by LeMay Evans. Goes back there and finds the court with authority.
LeMay Evans, great serve. Graywall did well to handle it. Over it goes. It was really pushed by Vermette, and she placed it well.
Vermette so smart, wiping the ball off of that outside hand of Dean to really push it back into play for the point.
Here's Emma Doyon. Dean, the setup, down the middle, Jenna Lake.
Head coach of Acadia, Michelle Wood, she speaks to the ability of her team to run in-system back row attacks, and Lake just showing how effectively that can be done for Acadia.
Eve Columban from Victoria, BC to serve. That one is handled by Graywall. Set up and beautifully executed by Borowski.
Borowski's so good at her approach. It's so consistent and fast and strong. She's able to give herself the best opportunity to score with her arm swing so fast, finding that court.
And Borowski clips the nets and doesn't get the benefit of the rollover, so it's 8-6. Erica Fisher, who was such a presence last night for Acadia, her first trip to the service line. Graywall, Robert Shaw set up. Great block and just forced over by UBC. Dumped over by Charlie Dean. Great diving play made. Another opportunity off the block. Robert Shaw didn't get up in time. Lake completes.
Great dig by Casey Jost on the UBC side for that setter up that Charlie Dean just did. You see on the screen. But Jenna Lake doing a great job running that fast push to the outside.
They'll go to Borowski, defended well by Lake and Bailey. Lake just getting it over. Robert Shaw, oh clever, but enough hands for Acadia to defend. Short set middle, you can't defend that. Well done, Cosarini.
Claire Cosarini stands at 6'2". She elevates into the air and gets a huge piece of that ball, just clipping slightly Bailey's big block on the other side of the net to score for UBC.
Erica Vermette, fourth year kinesiology student from Morris, Manitoba on the serve. Bailey scrambling, and over it goes, courtesy of Becky Dorsey. Set up, and Kosarini is blocked. What a job by Jenna Lake, who got up there to deny.
Jenna Lake, huge solo block against Kosarini. Arms do such a good job pressing over the net to seal against her attack.
Charlie Dean, good serve. Robert Shaw sets. Gray wall on the net. They're going to call it against the Axe women. 10-8 UBC.
Robert Shaw does such a good job sending that ball out there quickly to the left side for Graywall. Bailey had a hard time adjusting, running fast along the net, trying to seal the block, and managed to clip the net on her way.
Kosarini on the serve. Charlie Dean short set Bailey, but it wasn't the best setup for Bailey into the net.
Just a little bit of a short set for Bailey there. Charlie Dean's going to shake that off, though, and move on to the next point here.
So here's Kosarini. Short set Bailey, and the point will go to UBC. Timeout taken by the Axe women. UBC with a 12-8 lead. What have you, let's take a look at the last point. We'll get to some thoughts on what you've seen so far.
Yeah, I think Acadia is doing a great job here. Another great pass by Becky Dorsey there in the back row, being able to deliver the ball right to Charlie Dean, so she's able to have options. And I think that's something that they're doing very well right now. Giving the setter options, it's just now the connection between the setter and her hitters is what we need to focus on coming out of this timeout.
Defensively, when we talked to the coach, Michelle Lake, last night, she said she was preparing for every single potential situation. It's one thing to prepare, it's another thing to execute when you've got a very diverse UBC squad who can hit you from everywhere.
Definitely. Generally, if you look at the lineup too, UBC is a lot taller than the Acadia Axe women here, so they do need to work on finding creative ways to score around that big block on the UBC side, and I definitely think that's in their wheelhouse, and they can do that. It'll just be if they can execute that starting now after this timeout.
So coming out of the timeout, both teams. UBC came out with a little bit of confidence and were able to take out McMaster last night in the first set before the Marauders responded in the second. Great serve, Kosarini, and Dean unable to do much as it's dropped in.
I jinxed them on the pass. That ball was over the net, making it easy for Doyon to slam it back down on their side of the net.
Kosarini, that one could have gone long. It was played by Columbin off the block. Lake able to deliver.
Great shot by Lake, coming in on such a hard angle that when her ball hit the block, it had no choice but to come right back and out of bounds with the tool.
Lake back on the service line. It didn't look comfortable from the beginning, and it's back over to UBC. So here's Issy Robert-Shaw, primary setter for UBC. Columbin, Lawson back for Columbin, tough shot. Jost defending. Beautifully placed shot there by Borowski.
Yeah, great shot by Borowski, noticing that the defense on Acadia was on their heels deep into that court. The pot was wide open for her to play with.
Quick timeout taken by Acadia. What about this decision to take one when it's 15-9 so soon after you took one when it was 12-8?
Yeah, I think this was a smart move by Michelle Wood, really looking just for the team to regain focus a little bit, stop the bleeding now when you can, when there's still opportunity to turn it around for this Acadia team. She has spoken to the belief and trust she has in her team and the game plan. They talk about being so well prepared. They're prepared for every single outcome that comes their way. And I think right now she's reminding them of the goal and the task at hand. and I'm sure we'll see a different Acadia team out of this timeout.
UBC with a 6-point lead. There you get a look at the Acadia huddle. First trip ever to the Nationals, first ever victory last night. They're hoping to book their spot in the final tomorrow, 6 p.m. right here at the Burridge Gymnasium. Alberta already there awaiting their opponent. Izzy Roberts-Shaw. Oh, Roberts-Shaw with a serve that she would rather soon forget.
Definitely a coach's point there. Called the timeout, ice the server. Roberts-Shaw delivers one into the net. Point Michelle Woods.
So here's Jenna Gee coming in to serve. Roberts-Shaw sets it up. Graywall gets so much strength and power on that shot. 16-10.
Graywall only coming in as a 5'10" hitter, but her vertical that she has, she's able to really extend high into the air. Her contact point is over top of that Acadia block, and she has so much room to play with.
What was that word you used last night? Levitate?
Levitate,
there you go.
Exactly.
Graywall. There's that serve just out of bounds. We've been talking a lot about the Graywall serve, and she hasn't delivered an ace yet from what I can remember.
Not yet, but it's in her. It's coming.
LeMay Evans for Acadia. They're trying to fight their way back in this set. And how about an ace, 16-12?
LeMay Evans, again with the service ace. Look at her go. Cross-court shot. She's serving all the way in one. The ball landed in one on the other side of the net. That takes some talent there.
It's the second time the communication by UBC has failed them. They all thought that was going out. Into the net is Vermette. She puts up a hand of apology saying, yep, that was on me. 16-13, Acadia climbing back.
Yeah, they're definitely still in this game. I'm seeing a lot of smiles on that side of the net, which is a great sign to see for a team that's looking to mount a comeback.
LeMay Evans, spectacular serve. Borowski, and over it goes from Jost. They'll set it up for Erica Fisher, who looked like she'd been waiting a whole life for that opportunity, the way she delivered.
Free ball coming over the net for Acadia, and they know what to do. Give it to their middles. Fisher, so good yesterday in the quarterfinal match against Brock University. And again, she has set herself up for success there, keeping the ball in front of her for that slide. As we see on the replay here, Charlie Dean, once the ball comes over the net, well, first, we're not going to see a lot of passing errors by Jost coming down the line here. But Charlie Dean does a great job here, releasing the ball so fast that there's a huge gap in the block of UBC, and Fisher is able to score.
And we talked in the last game about the elite level of setting we are seeing in this tournament, and two more great ones in Charlie Dean and Izzy Roberts-Shaw.
Yeah, again, we mentioned yesterday that Dean, she is first in AUS for assists this season, and it's clear why. She understands her hitter's tendencies so well and is able to deliver the ball exactly where they need it to be to score for Acadia.
Second team All-Canadian. Her work has helped pull the Axe women back into this set. They have 5 out of the last 6 points. Alexia LeMay Evans has been serving well. Roberts-Shaw's short set pushed over by Doyon. Dean diving. Roll shot, Columbin. Short set, middle, and Doyon finishes.
Speaking of talented setters, Roberts-Shaw, such athleticism. That ball is coming in hot from Casey Jost to the net. Roberts-Shaw floats through the net, it seems, to keep her off of the net, and she's able to deliver that ball super quickly to Doyon there to score.
Victoria Dacre coming in to serve. Fisher goes finesse, kept alive by Charlie Dean and pushed over by LeMay Evans. Cross court, well positioned was Dorsey. From down the pipe, it's Lake. Set up in the middle, Kosarini standing tall.
That play was so fast in the middle there by Kosarini. Fisher didn't even have time to get most of her hand over the net for the block, and Kosarini takes full advantage of that.
So Dacre will continue on the service line. Her team up 18-14 here in the first. Clips the net. Fisher reacted well, and over it goes from Becky Dorsey. Robert Shaw sets it up, cross court. Goodness me, that was perfectly placed by Borowski.
Acadia is learning the lesson fast that you don't want to give too many free balls over to the UBC side. They are so good at terminating those free balls. So many options. Robert Shaw delivers with Borowski there.
So Victoria Dacre, the serving specialist, has delivered. Dorsey, Charlie Dean, great pancake. I think it was Robert Shaw, and a better play by Dacre, but running out of miracles there, UBC. Great composure by Acadia.
Gotta love the hustle on the UBC side. They really did not want to let that ball drop until the absolute last moment there.
So here's Columbin. Serve that kept on floating instead of dipping. 2015 UBC.
There's a few too many errors, I'm sure, that more than Acadia wants to see on the service line. They'll look to clean those up as we move on here.
Here's Borowski. Set up for Lake down the line, and she missed out of bounds.
It's a good idea by Lake. They are giving her a lot of line on the UBC block. However, that one she just missed out the sideline here.
Borowski, great serve. Dorsey doing well. Charlie Dean just set it up on a tee. Great defense by Columbin. Kosarini couldn't finish. Pushed back. Robert Shaw sets it up left side. And it is in. Down the line, Vermette.
Can't say enough good things about Kosarini's game right now. Takes that ball, psychs out Erica Fisher in the middle by calling for that ball so loud that Robert Shaw delivers that quick ball to the outside for Vermette to score.
Net joust, and it's kept alive. Pushed all the way to the back. Great play by Columbin. Over it goes, courtesy of Charlie Dean. Robert Shaw sets it up left side. Vermette. Lawson well placed. Charlie Dean for Lake. She tries to deliver. Jost in perfect position. They go again, just bunted over by Vermette. Set up, big hit. It's off the block, a point. Nicely done by Alexia LeMay-Evans.
Great play all around there by Acadia, starting off with Becky Dorsey getting a huge dig and 5 for the team, followed by Charlie Dean running that quick set to the C ball for Alexia LeMay-Evans, who delivers high off hands for Acadia. Great play.
Sophie Edgar checking in for serving purposes. The lefty, Jost, Borowski, Vermette, too much power from UBC. They're 2 points away from set number 1.
Out of system play for UBC here, so Acadia has a lot of time to set up a great block, but Vermette going right around the big block of Bailey to score.
Erica Vermette has participated with the Canada Youth Olympics beach team. Net joust and Greywall got up there effectively for the T-Birds. Robert Shaw sets it up, rolling along the net endlessly. Kosarini couldn't finish. Lake with the push. Greywall the sacrifice. Robert Shaw. And then it's over courtesy Borowski. Here's Lake again. Great reaction by Dacre. Best rally of the night. It's perfectly just wide.
The drama, oh my goodness, I thought that ball was gonna keep going along the tape there forever. But wow, great job by both teams, really staying in that game and refocusing in their ability to side out, and Victoria Dacre, the patience to let that ball drop on the outside of the court.
Trinity Selecki here to take care of business in set number 1. Colin Bin, Charlie Dean sets it up. That's way too long. A mishit from Alexia LeMay Evans. UBC takes set number 1, 25-16, and they look pretty good doing it.
Definitely, yeah. UBC looked like the higher seed in this game, or that first set, really. Acadia, maybe a little bit of nerves on their side. I think they're going to come together as a team here, though, and really push back against UBC.
UBC wins for set number 1, 25-16. Back with set number 2 after this on CBC Sports.
Marquise here, president of Canuck Stuff. And we've been standing behind our Overkill clothing and supporting athletes for over 30 years. And we're pumped to be part of this year's U Sports National Championships.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Marquise here, president of Canuck Stuff, and this is a short video. Overkill short. Get yours today at overkill.ca.
Welcome back inside Burridge Gymnasium for the second U Sports semifinal, this time between UBC and Acadia. Now, something that really interested me about this Acadia team that I noticed, and you may have as well, is the way that this team holds hands while they're doing their cheer right before the end of a timeout or a set break. So I had the chance to talk to Coach Michelle Wood, and I asked her when this started and why, and she said it's really important that as a team they create this bubble so that the players are free from any external pressures and maybe distractions as well. And now this bubble includes everyone from players, coaches, even physical trainers as well. So I have a feeling that that sense of togetherness and that bubble might be the key to success for Acadia in this next one. Guys?
Yeah, thanks very much, Mackenzie. Great point there. Cosarini gets UBC going in the first point, but that team camaraderie, sometimes it's an overrated thing, but I think it is appropriate here. It's important to stick together.
I agree, it is important to stick together, especially in pressure-filled situations.
No more pressure than a national semifinal for the Axe women. Set up, big strike, Borowski. Wesley Ann Bailey tries the short set, rolls off the net, out of bounds, and Acadia is on the board.
Great option for Charlie Dean there to notice that UBC's a little unset there on their middle, so she's able to shoot it really quick to Bailey, and she delivers with a kill.
Wesley Ann Bailey now will serve. Well placed. Graywall looks to finish what she started, and it deflects and hits the Acadia coach, and that's a point for UBC.
The Cash Graywall, she really went after that one. She finished the season second in hitting percentage in Canada West. She is very skilled in the front court.
Set up in the middle for Fisher. Really had to stretch out for that one. Short set, Doyon couldn't finish. They'll try the right side, and a huge block set up by UBC as it looked like Doyon got up for the denial.
Did she ever? Huge block. She did a great job sealing with the cash, leaving no room for LeMay Evans to score.
Robert Shaw the serve. Lake the return. Columbin roll shot to finish, but the violation called against Acadia.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of a different Acadia team here in this semifinal match versus what we saw last night. Perhaps it's a little timidness, a little nerves, perhaps, in the semifinal game.
Robert Shaw gets the excuse me ace, rolls off the net, and hits the floor. Jenna Gee checking into the game. Michelle Wood looking for a rotation that works. Here's Robert Shaw. Set up in the middle for Fisher, and she delivers. It's a smart play run by Acadia.
Jenna Gee really making her impact known right away, delivering with a huge, great pass, leaving Charlie Dean to run her middle, Erica Fisher, for the point.
Alexia LeMay Evans sends one long. (6-2) for the T-Birds. And a Cash Graywall stepping to serve. Just long. It looked like it was going to take a last-minute swerve and land in. (6-3) serve will go back for Jenna Gee. Borowski was denied. Lake and Fisher got up there. Free ball opportunity for UBC, and roll shot Borowski, well defended by LeMay Evans. Here comes Lake. Jost perfect position. Great set by Robert Shaw, and it's pushed perfectly down the line by Vermette.
Great play by UBC. Jost with the great dig, maybe a little tight, but Robert Shaw again shows her athleticism, stays off the net, delivers a great set inside for Vermette, where she's able to use the block to her advantage and wipe away for a point.
Emma Doyon. Lawson across Lake with the big hit. UBC scrambling, and over it goes, courtesy of Vermette. Set up for Fisher, just arrived late and denied. Great job getting up there, Vermette.
Yeah, UBC is picking up on some of Acadia's tendencies, which is to run the middle any chance you get. On that free ball, there was already two blockers ready for her to hit that slide.
Vermette was joined by Kosarini on that. Great serve for an ace. Delivered by Doyon. Timeout will be taken by the Axewomen as set number 2 is starting to slip away from them. UBC 9-3, and UBC looks like a team that's in rhythm right now.
Definitely credit to UBC right now. They are playing their exact same game. They're so consistent. They're so consistent in their game. They know exactly what they're doing. Just looking at this last play here.
That's the ace.
Great serve by Doyon. Unlikely when she served the libero that she's going to miss the pass like that, but again, such a good serve. She had confidence in that and her ability to score.
The first statistic we noticed when we looked at the first quarter stats was how well UBC was defending the attacks by Acadia.
Yes, definitely, and I think Acadia is kind of digging themselves their own little hole right now. They had 8 kills last set, but also 7 errors. Not a great hitting percentage stat right now for the Acadia Axewomen, and they're looking to really improve that in this set here.
Out of the timeout come the Thunderbirds. Doyon remaining on the service line for the University of British Columbia. A confident team, a team that was the 7 seed hosting last year and won. Lawson in all sorts of trouble. Lake bails her out and Lawson gets it over. UBC will set it up and they go short set, but missing was Kosarini.
Unlucky there for UBC. Kosarini went up and looked like she had a wide open court and just missed off that sideline. I don't think we're gonna see many of those happen this game.
Fisher on the serve for the red-clad Axe women. Borowski, the hands of Bailey, and Lake got up there. Great job by Alexia LeMay-Evans, but you always sometimes see that when somebody makes a spectacular play. It's just one of those fundamental errors that occurs.
Yeah, definitely just a little miscommunication, I think, between Dean and Bailey. Bailey was expecting Charlie to take that. She kind of psyched her out with some little movement there.
Serve by Borowski. Robert Shaw the set. Vermette had to kind of go away from the net. Short set and then the push by Wesley-Ann Bailey. Big block by Bailey on Kosarini. Net joust kept alive by Lake. From the middle, not much that Jenna Gee could do. They'll set it up for Vermette. Gee defending well. Charlie Dean with the set to Lake. Oh, what great defense by UBC, and over it goes. And then Burrell pushed over by Lake after Bailey couldn't succeed. Robert Shaw, great wall! Down the pipe, got a piece of the net. The point to UBC. Wow.
What an intense rally on both sides of the net. Something I did notice, though, you see a lot of the attacks coming from Acadia. There are a lot of tips, and UBC are reading them perfectly, versus their offense, which is a little harder hitting right now, and that's making a difference.
Borowski the serve, and a misfire by Lake, and Acadia. The wheels are starting to come off a bit here in set number 2. So it'll be a timeout taken by the Axe women. And again, UBC, when they get that swagger and confidence going, they believe there's not a team in the country that can defend them.
Definitely not. And even when they do lose a point, Doug Reimer was big on saying that they are in this mentality of, so what, now what? They don't dwell, they move on from missed opportunities, and they're doing that right now. Look at that defense by Akash Graywall. She is so good at reading in that back row, providing the opportunity for UBC to still stay involved. And it looks like Acadia just didn't have enough gas in the tank to finish that rally with an aggressive swing. But you know who does? Akash Graywall, again delivering from the back row for UBC.
And after Graywall made the spectacular play, I believe it was Borowski as well who sacrificed and made a good play. And you know, 6'1", hitting the floor and diving like that is not an easy thing to do. And
definitely not.
I know that was a regular feature of your own volleyball career, the sacrifice, the pancake, bounce back up, down the pipe, right?
That was definitely 100% my game. No sarcasm at all.
Here's Borowski. Charlie Dean sets it up. Wesley-Ann Bailey, again, great defense by Graywall. Vermette down the line. Did that hit hands? No. 12-5. Or 12-4, excuse me.
Acadia, great job siding out on that last one. A little bit of scramble at the net. Bailey really taking that right side block away from Dean. And it worked out in their favor.
It is 12-5. Charlie Dean serving. Goes right down the line. They'll set it up. Big hit, perfectly placed by Erica Vermette.
You mentioned Vermette has had experience with the beach national team, and that shows. Her ability to be so crafty and find angles that work are her testament to being a great beach athlete.
clips the line. Great diving play made by Alexia LeMay-Evans, but then the strike goes long.
UBC has really quieted that Acadia fan section over there we're watching. Not a lot of noise right now. That set was just a little too short for Bailey to really extend and get on top of it.
Vermette the serve, Guy the return, set up for Lake off the block, Jost. Robert Shaw, gray wall, too much power for Charlie Dean.
Look out, UBC is on a roll. Their ability to find creative options to score. Akash Graywall notices that they're giving her so much line with the block. She's been going that way for a lot of her attacks tonight, and it's working.
Olivia Haley checking in for Acadia, looking for some sort of spark from anyone, and Lake with one of her best strikes of the night.
Jenna Lake doing a great job there, going up, being aggressive, going against the huge Kosarini block, and finds a seam.
Lake with the serve, Jost, Robert Shaw, what a set by Robert Shaw. And then it was set up on a tee for Kosarini.
Robert Shaw, great vision there, noticing that Kosarini is following her behind, and she delivers that ball right into her wheelhouse, and she just slams it right down on the Acadia side of the court.
Here's Kosarini to serve. Off the block. They'll try again. LeMay-Evans, great push, good diving play made by Selecki, and off the block, down it goes. Again, Akash Graywall.
Akash Graywall is getting so many kills on the board here for this UBC team. She's putting everyone on her back here tonight. It's a clinic.
Yep, Kosarini, indeed. Serve set up, Charlie Dean gets it, and he was denied down the pipe. Lake can't finish. How about Graywall comes flying in. It's very intimidating when she comes in like that.
Definitely, she has such a fast approach. It is intimidating as blockers going up. Hallie not being able to press her outside hand fully over the net, which allows the ball to roll slightly over the tape and drop on that Acadia side.
Victoria Dacre on to serve for UBC. They are in full command, 18-6 the score. In the middle, and Haley able to get it over. Jost, Graywall. Oh, what a shot by Akash Graywall.
She does it again. This is no surprise. Acadia adjusted their block to give her less line, and Akash Graywall notices, and she goes hard cross. She's so adaptable as a player.
Victoria Dacre clips the net, and it's been that sort of set and night so far for UBC. 20-6. They're running away with this one.
Some subs coming in here for both teams on Acadia and UBC.
Here's Dacre. What a serve by Dacre. Nothing Becky Lawson could do. An ace.
Great spot on that serve for Dacre. Dropping right in front of Acadia there in the seam. Really hard to pass up that ball.
Jocelyn Lenarsic checking in for UBC. Maybe her first action of the tournament, as UBC has an endless supply of 6-foot-plus players they seem to employ, and it's another ace from Dacre, who has done her job and then some as the serving specialist.
Yeah, Dacre talked about earlier this week really knowing her role on the team and playing it so effectively, and right now she is that serving specialist, defensive specialist that UBC needs to push them through the second set.
And Dacre finally off the service line, but 2 aces during her time. Wesley Ann Bailey. Acadia now might be looking for momentum going into the third. Big windmill swing by Selecki, sent right back. And maybe that will spur the Axe women. Great play by Fisher.
Such a technical block there. Fisher does a great job getting to the outside really fast in order to press over on Selecki's hard hit. Slamma-jamma.
Jost the return, left side setup. That one is off the block, they're going to say. Elizabeth Lee gets her name on the score sheets.
Yeah, Elizabeth Lee does a great job getting outside, swinging aggressively even though she's cold off the bench and finding the court.
Here is Trinity Selecki. Lake the return, Charlie Dean back set, LeMay Evans, and sent back. And Alexa Lee doing a great job here for UBC, or Elizabeth Lee, excuse me.
Great set by Charlie Dean, giving Alexia LeMay Evans just a one-on-one hitter versus blocker, but Lee reads her like a book and is able to get the better of LeMay Evans that one.
A sweet 16 of set points for UBC. Lake into the net, and that pretty much says it all about how Acadia found themselves in set number 2, a runaway for UBC, 25-8.
Yeah, definitely. That was a tough one for Acadia. UBC so confident in their abilities, and a testament again to how deep their roster is with all these subs coming in later in the set.
Back with the third, UBC looking for the sweep on CBC Sports.
Parce que le sport, c'est bien plus que des résultats.
C'est aussi des analyses et des dossiers qui nous plongent au cœur d'un univers complexe et en mutation.
C'est vraiment incroyable.
Suivez les actualités sportives sur radiocanada.ca et sur l'appli Info.
Mark Hees here, president of Canuck Stuff. And we've been standing behind our Overkill clothing and supporting athletes for over 30 years. We're pumped to be part of this year's U Sports National Championships.
Parce que le sport, ça se regarde en direct. Soyez au cœur de l'action avec les web diffusions en direct d'événements sportifs.
Immense. J'ai des frissons.
Once again, welcome back inside Burridge Gymnasium for the second U Sports semifinal between Acadia and UBC. These first 2 sets going to UBC. I got a chance to talk to a few of their players before today's game, and a big topic of conversation that came up was this idea of Dougisms, and those are essentially all of head coach Doug Reiner's one-liners that he's accumulated over his 26-year career. But what kept coming back was this idea of bagging your ego, and that's essentially them wanting to play for the logo on the front of their jersey as opposed to that individual name on the back. They said no matter the game, no matter the opponent, they're playing for their teammates. And I think, guys, based on how this game has gone so far, I can confidently say that this team's ego, their egos are bagged.
Thanks very much, Mackenzie. I've tried to bag my ego, it just hasn't worked so far, but I'll get there at some point. Hey, this is a clinical performance by the UBC Thunderbirds, a team clearly with their sights on tomorrow and playing at 6 o'clock and not 3 o'clock. And really, they have bagged their ego. The team concept is working.
It is. It's really working tonight. They're just playing such a clean, technical game. So clean. They have 25 kills tonight, only 6 errors. That is really hard to do. They're executing at such a high efficiency, and you look at the Acadia stat line. Fortunately for Acadia, they only had 11 kills with 14 errors, and I think that's the huge difference right now. Acadia really needs to focus on limiting those errors in order to have a chance against this hard-hitting, effective UBC roster.
Yeah, it puts Acadia on the negative side in terms of kill percentage as a team. And how about a Cash Graywall? 9 kills, 11 attacks, 1 error. It's an astonishing percentage of almost 73.
Astonishing. Cash is having a really great game tonight. And I'm curious if she feels like she has more to give, if this is kind of her limit, or if there's more to see from Graywall. I really hope there's more to see from her. She is an athlete.
But you know what, Lauren Bredner? It takes 3 sets to win a match, and UBC has 2. Doesn't matter how one-sided it was, what, 25-8, but it's still only 1 set loss, and that's kind of the focus that Acadia has to have.
Game is not over, and we've heard Michelle Wood talk about this many, many times. It's best of 5 for a reason. It's all part of volleyball, and they're looking to win back these next 2 and the 5th set.
Doyon to get us going, UBC serving Wesley Ann Evans. How about that? By Wesley Ann Bailey, excuse me. A great start for Acadia.
Great start to Acadia, getting back to their playbook and what they do best, which is running that middle.
So here's Lake. Robert Shaw set up. Kosarini just gets it over. Lawson, and great play. No, it's a point off the block. And Acadia now with a 2-0 lead.
Acadia celebrating so hard after that point. Really taking advantage of these little victories right now.
Robert Shaw set up. Borowski launches herself, denied though. Bailey got up there. Robert Shaw sends it over. Short set, Bailey just got it over. Set up again for Graywall with the push. Charlie Dean back set, LeMay Evans. Great rally here. Joe sets it up, Borowski. Too much power, and UBC is on the board in the 3rd.
Really athletic play by Borowski. The set was maybe a little too much in front of her. She wasn't expecting. Look at her fly through and contact that ball. So high, heavy off of hands for the point for UBC.
Robert Shaw. Great serve by Robert Shaw. Lawson, good return. Wesley Ann Bailey puts it down. Acadia kept playing. They didn't hear the whistle, but the point is theirs.
Bailey, great run in the middle, putting UBC off guard with that tip out of off speed to score right in the pot.
And the Acadia fan section is starting to show some life. Bailey, great play. Back set, Robert Shaw. Opportunity, Acadia now. Big denial though. Kosarini sent it right back.
Kosarini doing a great job sealing the block with Borowski here in the front row, sending it right over, and there's no one home on the Acadia side to pick it up.
Graywall on the serve. That one is long and goes back to Acadia on the side out.
Yeah, that's 3 service errors now for Akash Graywall. Something that I'm sure she'd like to see the reverse, the aces versus the errors.
Very inconsistent last night as well. LeMay Evans with the serve, clips the net. Robert Shaw, Borowski can't finish. Right down the pipe came Lake. Well defended by Graywall, flying through Vermette, 4-3.
Good thing Graywall is really nailing everything else in her game other than her serve. She's seeing the court so well from the back row, digging up everything, and then also adding in the offense as well.
Kosarini, Lake plays it, Dean back set, Fisher kind of launched it but got it over. Short set, Doyon, Fisher keeping it alive from a standing position. Columbin couldn't finish. Vermette into the net. 5-3 Acadia.
Great resiliency from Acadia. Great pickup off of the block by Fisher. Erica Vermette just missing there for UBC. Ball was a little too far in front of her, causing it to go into the net.
Eve Columbin on the serve. Graywall, Robert Shaw, Vermette just tips it over. Lake, Dean, and it's in! Great shot! Just clipping the back line by LeMay Evans.
Acadia going back to their playbook. They know they run a great back row attack, taking advantage of LeMay Evans' back row hitting that C ball, finding the baseline for the point.
Columbin. Graywall, Robert Shaw, Borowski, great diving play, Becky Lawson. Dean to Fisher, just pushes it over. Vermette, LeMay Evans, Charlie Dean, Lake gets it sent back. Tandem play, Doyon leading it, Borowski supporting it.
Huge block. I feel like any attacker would be intimidated seeing that wall coming up against you there.
There's Borowski. Lawson, Dean, short set, Fisher. What a good job by Fisher there to generate the power that she did.
Yeah, great option by Fisher. Senior Becky Dorsey doing a great job keeping that ball in play, taking it outside of her platform, setting up Charlie Dean and Erica Fisher to succeed.
Fisher. Oh, Graywall played it. The cries from the bench were that it was going long, but Graywall decided to try her luck, and it's an ace. Sometimes you got to listen to that bench. Robert Shaw sets it up. Vermette sent back. Graywall, nice reaction. Vermette resets. Fisher, free hit Vermette. Great defense by Columbin, and then she sends it into the net from the middle.
Yeah, starting off that play, Doyon taking the pass herself as a middle. Don't see that too often, but she did a great job. UBC just outpowering Acadia in that rally.
Here's Erica Vermette. Free hit. Doyon, did she get it down? She sure did.
Party ball for Doyon. It was a little bit farther behind her head than I think she would have wanted, causing it to be close to going out on that back line, but she finds space.
Vermette, oh, what a great serve. Handled well by Lake. Graywall, Robert Shaw, they'll run Doyon to the right side. Great dive by Lawson. Guy, and then it's over courtesy of Lake. Robert Shaw sets it up. Graywall. Oh, what a play by Wesley Ann Bailey on the block.
Huge block by Bailey. She does a great job really pressing her hands over the net there to limit the options for Graywall, sending it all the way to the back. The Cash Graywall hits that with such power. Bailey falls off the net there after she blocks it. Very impressive.
Robert Shaw, Dean alert to that. Set up, and 4 hits for UBC, and here come the Axe women. They lead 10-6 here in the third.
Big lead for Acadia here. Doug Reimer for UBC calls a timeout to reset his team.
Reimer's one-liners might have a little bit more emphasis in this timeout.
Yeah, I think so. I think I think again, just for Doug Reimer here, he's gonna refocus his team. Maybe a little bit just off of their game plan right now. They're running a little bit more out of system than what they're used to. I'm sure he's just refocusing them here to continue on in this set.
Acadia seems to have adopted after losing that second set 25-8. If we're going out having fun and playing loose, and that's what they've been doing.
100%. I think they have such a big trust with each other and the athletes that are on the court right now. They're going to come back to their strengths, running that fast offense to the middle and really working on that block, which has been successful this set.
Fans getting into the musical selection here as both teams are focusing on the huddle. Right now, this has been a strong performance by Acadia here in the third set. They've set UBC a little bit back on their heels.
Yeah, definitely. They say their team identity is to make the other team earn everything, and that's exactly what Acadia is doing in this set.
Charlie Dean to serve, and out of the timeout sends it long.
Except that point.
Yeah. So here comes Doyon to serve. Lawson, Dean, Bailey, great defense by Kosarini, kept alive though by Guy. Graywall gets right on top of that one, a tough cross-court hit, but she delivers.
Great hustle by Acadia there on that play before Akash was able to score on that sharp cross. It looked like Becky Dorsey just got caught a little bit behind the block, leaving that spot wide open for Graywall to score.
Doyon into the net, back it goes to Acadia. So here's Lake. From Concepcion Bay, South Newfoundland. Great serve by Lake. Vermette did well. Gotta go over now, and right into the bottom half of the net. Borowski.
Yeah, that was a rare miss-hit by Borowski there. She had all the time in the world to really think about that, and sometimes those really high sets can play a mental game on a hitter. Her contact point was super low, dropping her elbow. She'll look to redeem herself here.
Great serve, Lake. Robert Shaw sets it up. Graywall flying through. A little bit of a roll on that one as she finds the seam in the Axe women defense.
Yeah, great option by Graywall here. She adjusts so well to the set, and she's able to score around the Acadia block.
Here's Robert Shaw. Down the line, Dean with a good set, Guy with the push to the back. Vermette, Robert Shaw, set up, Borowski, Lawson just couldn't keep it up in the air as Borowski showed a lot of power.
Yeah, 6'1" Borowski really takes a huge swing at that ball and is able to deliver a huge point for UBC to get them back involved here.
Critical part of the third set here, I think, for Acadia to navigate. UBC sensing a push, and LeMay Evans delivers off the block.
LeMay Evans, great shot. She was given a one-on-one opportunity by Charlie Dean there with Akash Graywall. She comes in on such a hard angle that she's using the block to tool off of.
So here's Wesley Ann Bailey. Sails that one long, and service error. There's been a couple of those for Acadia. They can ill afford too many of them.
Definitely have. We're aware of that Acadia needs to limit their errors this set, so to be successful anyways, so they'll look to do that moving forward.
Dash Graywall. Great serve by Graywall. Bench giving her a lot of support. Down the pipe, Lake. Graywall defends. Robert Shaw, Vermette. Big block at the net set up. Fisher there. Vermette rolls it over the defense. Now it's scramble time. Great shot cross court. Goodness me, Alexia LeMay Evans.
Great rally there. A lot of hustle on both sides. I don't think UBC was expecting the ball to go back to LeMay Evans on that one. Great option for her, hitting that hard cross-court shot.
LeMay Evans then, a long one from the service line. And again, just when you think you've seized momentum, back it goes to UBC.
That's 2 in a row now for Acadia for missed serves, but more in this set, unfortunately, for them.
Kosarini. Set up, that is a huge block. Borowski, supported by Doyon.
Wow, what a block. Borowski notices the set's just a little bit further outside. She takes a step, jumps straight up, presses over the net for a huge roof.
Lake, Dean, short set, Fisher, great diving play. Robert Shaw pushed over by Doyon. Dean will set it up left side for Guy, and it's sent back again. Vermette and Doyon from the left, from the right. Borowski gets the block. Timeout called by Acadia. We're tied at 14.
Yeah, huge block party happening right now on the right side of the UBC court. That's 2 back-to-back for Borowski and Doyon, working so well together to take up space at the net.
Not to overstate the importance, but this part of the match, it's basically Acadia's season on the line. They seize momentum, maybe they can keep it going to take a set and fight for a fourth. But if UBC comes out like they did, we could be looking at a sweep.
Yes, definitely. I think it would be hard for any team to face this UBC dominant performance right now and come out with the W. But I think Acadia is more than hungry to do that. They have a lot of confidence in themselves. They keep evolving as a group, and it's just if this evolution can really be adapted this quickly in the game to make a difference.
And don't get me wrong, they have played their best volleyball here in this third set.
100%. This is the Acadia team that upset Brock last night, and we need to see more of them tonight in order for them to be successful.
Last night, part of our conversation during that game against Brock were some one-sided sets that Acadia lost during this playoff run, and their resilience, that resilience being tested right now. Kosarini to serve, clips the net to Dean, great play. Robert Shaw, back it goes, Greywall. Dean, back set, Fisher. Here's Kosarini with the set for Borowski. Oh, Charlie Dean ran over, made a great play. Pushed over by Columbin. And the lead goes back to Acadia.
Wow, what a great point for Acadia there. All teams really doing everything they can. Charlie Dean extending across the floor to save it, and Columbin so smart, noticing that short position 4 ball is wide open for her to tip to score.
So Eve Columbin serving. Great serve, Jost handling it well, and then it's just put down by Borowski.
Huge play for UBC to get back on track there. Casey Jost doing what she does best, delivering a great pass. Robert Shaw has all her options available to her. Goes to the hot hitter, Borowski, who's got wide open cross court to score.
Borowski serving, and an ace for Lucy Borowski. And the lead now belongs to UBC.
They're back.
Borowski the serve, LeMay Evans, Dean, leg blocked. This time it's Doyon, supported by Robert Shaw.
Doyon, huge block there. Great job for her. She's transitioning to the right side of the court, really presses that right hand of hers into the court, so when the ball comes, it's deflected back into the court on the Acadia side for the point, UBC.
Timeout called by Acadia. It is their second and final timeout. And it's UBC seizing the momentum here in the third set. How have they done it?
Honestly, I think they in Space Jam, they have Jordan's secret juice. I think they have that going on the UBC side. They're playing so well, unbelievably well. We know this roster is very talented. There's no doubt about that. But it looks like they've taken their game just to that next level. They have unlocked this next potential for them, and they're playing so well together as a unit. It's a machine out on the court there.
It's like a relentless unveiling of 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", and then arguably their best hitter, Greywall, is 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, definitely. They have a lot of size on their roster, and when they don't have size, they have athleticism with how high they can jump and their vertical talent.
Here's 6'1" Lucy Borowski. That one is long. Oh, UBC not happy with that call.
Yeah, that was a close one for sure, because I was hearing on the Acadia side, they were even calling the ball
There was not the cheering from Acadia. that we're normally used to. And even the Acadia handshakes and high fives were a little bit sheepish.
Yeah.
Robert Shaw sets it up, and Doyon, that's well defended by LeMay Evans. Lake gets blocked. Fisher sacrificing. Lake just has to push it over. Robert Shaw set up left side. Vermette gets it back for UBC.
Yeah, UBC's not letting that last point phase them. Robert Shaw delivering such a fast set out to the left side for Vermette to take full advantage of. Deep cross-court shot.
Selecki will sub in for serving purposes. She's performed well here tonight. That's a great serve. Lawson handling it, and might have gone long, but played by Selecki. Beautifully disguised roll shot by Greywall. 1916 UBC.
Yes, that's been a popular spot for UBC offense, that pot shot, taking some speed off. It's been wide open all night. Acadia not being able to have an answer to picking up those balls.
Selecki. Oh, Charlie Dean came out of nowhere to play that one off the tape. It'll end up being an ace anyways.
Tricky one for Acadia. Just some bad luck with getting the tape there. They're unable to complete the scramble there. Dean doing everything she could to keep it off the ground.
So Van Zumeren will check in for Acadia from Brampton, plays with the Halton Hurricanes, so Ontario product, one of several, as Selecki sends one crashing into the net.
Sometimes all it takes is some new faces on the other side of the net to really freeze a server. That's another coach point.
Van Zumeren, lefty serve. Greywall handles it. Short set. And it's sent back by Wesley Ann Bailey in the middle.
Massive block for Wesley Ann Bailey. Exactly what Acadia needs right now to regain some of that lost energy.
Van Zumeren gets the benefit of the tape this time. And it's an ace, and it's a 1-point lead only for UBC.
She is making her impact on this game fast. Allison Van Zumeren doing a great job coming in off the bench.
This time Van Zumeren runs out of luck into the net. UBC 21-19. They're 4 points away from a spot in the final. Victoria Dacre from Mississauga, Ontario, on to serve as the serving specialist. And she has performed well. A couple of aces in set number one. Dacre, great serve. Lawson handled it. Dean, and too far.
Yeah, a little bit of a scramble play there. Dean was trying her best to give that ball to the outside for LeMay Evans to hit, but unfortunately just landing on the other side of the net out of bounds.
Here's Dacre. They'll set it up, Wesley Ann Bailey.
There they are, there's Acadia. Great pass by Coleman in the back row. Charlie Dean doing it again, setting up the connection with the middle. Bailey, she's able to complete the perfect pass, set, attack.
Jost, Robert Shaw, pushed over by Borowski. Set up to the middle, Wesley Ann Bailey, that's defended. And then Greywall, great play made there by Lawson. Roll shot over by Columbin. Greywall with the big hit though. Finishing off the point with a giant exclamation point.
Wow, that was a hard hit line by Greywall. They gave her so much room there to work with. Caught Dean off guard in the back row.
Robert Shaw the serve. Charlie Dean back sets. LeMay Evans pushed it through. Here is Borowski off the block, and match point for the Thunderbirds.
Such a powerful swing by Borowski. Something I'm noticing in this game, it's just the strength behind each of the tacks. UBC can find the floor with their power, and Acadia has had difficulties with that this match.
Robert Shaw could have sent it long. Lawson played it. Dean, go big or go home from Colibin. It's kept alive though. Another big hit and staying in the game, courtesy of Alexia LeMay Evans, are the Axe women.
They're still in it. They're still in this game. It's so close, 24-21. All it takes is a couple service aces here and some hustle at the net with their middles. Erica Fisher back on the court now. I think that is possible.
Sophie Edgar, first order of business, get the serve in. Could have gone long, played by Vermette. Borowski with the roll shot, and UBC will get the chance to defend the national championship tomorrow night against the Alberta Pandas. They look very good, winning in a sweep, 25-9, 16, 25-8, 25-21. This was all Thunderbirds all game long. Acadia just couldn't respond.
Definitely, this was a statement game for UBC. They probably watched a little bit of that Alberta-Manitoba match before they were playing here. They see the strength of that Alberta team that they have to play tomorrow, and this was a testament to them and even like a preparation match for that game as well. They are ready and poised to compete tomorrow.
Teams are all lined up. For the player of the game. And the McMaster player of the game. Bronze medal, 2 p.m. will feature Acadia and Manitoba. That's the 1 seed versus the 6 seed. And then it is the number 2 UBC Thunderbirds, number 4 Alberta. Here's the
Dr. Reed was a 5-year member of the McMaster Women's Volleyball program. She was a 2-time OUA bronze medalist and a 3-time Ontario All-Star during her tenure in
Just quickly looking at the Acadia stats here, they did do a better job there controlling their errors and limiting those uncontrollables, but it just wasn't enough here.
Jenna Leake gets the McMaster player of the game for Acadia. That went time and time again to Jenna Leake, and she worked hard this game.
Did she ever? She was a consistent force for Acadia for this match, delivering consistently with digs in the backcourt and kills in the front.
And when you hit at a 58% clip, 13 kills, 19 attacks, just 2 errors, you get the McMaster player of the game. Akash Grewal, well earned.
Definitely well deserved for Akash Grewal. That was her team that game. She really led by example. Front court and back court for the UBC Thunderbirds.
So excited to get back to her team. She forgot her prize for winning the player of the game. Teams will shake hands. Hey, listen, a shout out to Acadia, who really did the Atlantic Conference and themselves proud here in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Acadia played such a great match today, and their journey's still not over. They're playing for a medal tomorrow, which will be the first in program history. Everything that they're doing is a first now. They've made it to the semifinals. They're not done. Their journey's not over in tomorrow's bronze medal match.
It is so tough for a team to come off a national semifinal loss and turn it around. But you're right. There's a medal to play for, and that's something to be proud of.
Oh, definitely, for sure. I think this Acadia team is super proud of themselves, but that was a message that Coach Michelle Wood really wanted to focus on, is that the we're not done piece. Yes, we've accomplished so much, we're just not done yet. And same with that UBC team here as they're celebrating this huge semifinal win. They're not done either. They're coming for back-to-back championships.
UBC beat McMaster in 4 sets. They sweep away Acadia here, and I think it's important to note after Alberta went through that 5-set marathon with Manitoba, UBC will be a pretty fresh squad tomorrow night.
Definitely, yes. In that second set, they were able to rest some of their starters. They had some of their younger athletes take some experience onto the court there. So I think tomorrow we're going to see a pretty fresh UBC team. It'll be interesting to see what team we see with Alberta.
Alberta, whether they want to admit it or not, they probably got a little sick of us talking about how poorly they played against UBC today. They will get a chance for redemption tomorrow. Let's head to Mackenzie Barwell, courtside.
All right, everybody, alongside Akash, congratulations, player of the game. Now you've punched a ticket to the national final. We were just talking, but what exactly do you think clicked for your team to be so lights out offensively and defensively? Here are your teammates now.
Yeah, I thought our blocking was really solid today. Really helps our defense in the back row too, especially in 6, I have to say. Our libero did an amazing job keeping the ball off the ground, which makes our life easier as well. And just overall team energy, people coming in, giving people breaks when they needed it, and believing in one another and making sure that we knew we could do it.
Absolutely. Shouting out a bunch of your teammates, and rightfully so. Tomorrow you'll take on the Alberta Pandas, but what does the next 24 hours look like for you in preparation for that one?
It's going to be a rest and recovery, you know, make most of the time I have, hopefully get my voice back a bit. Yeah, feel better so that we're ready for game day.
Awesome. Okay, well, I wish you luck, and use the gist bag. Congratulations again, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Hey, real quick, we're going to have a great final set up here tomorrow. Canada West battling yet again.
Yeah, definitely. There's no surprise there. Both of these teams have played a super strong all-around game in the quarterfinals and semifinal matches. It's no surprise that we're seeing UBC and Alberta in that gold medal game tomorrow.
Alberta, the number 4 seed, beat Montreal and beat Manitoba. UBC able to take it right here against Acadia. Number 2 versus number 4. U Sports Women's Volleyball Tournament brought to you by McMaster. Steve Clark for Lauren Bredner. Good night from McMaster.
U Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport. Veraburn, medical supply partner of varsity athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues des championnats U Sport. Et par Mikasa, l'étoile montante du volleyball, le V200W, ballon officiel de U Sport. And by Mikasa, maker of volleyball's hottest star, the V200W, official volleyball of U Sports.